Welcome to solving radical equations. Here is my first example. As per the steps of solving equations with roots, your first goal is to get the radical and whatever is under the radical by itself on the left side of the equation. For this to happen, you need to first remove your plus 2, and then you will be removing this positive 9. To remove the 2, since it's added to the radical, you will move it to the right side by doing the opposite, which is subtraction. That leaves you with 9 square root of x plus 1. There is no plus 2 anymore, equals 5 minus 2 is a 3. You will now remove the 9 through division, because 9 is multiplying the radical. Once you divide by 9 on the left, the 9's cancel, and dividing by 9 on the right leaves you with a fraction 3 over 9 that can be simplified because the top is divisible by 3 and the bottom is divisible by 3. So 3 over 9 will actually turn into 1 over 3. So the left side has our radical and nothing else, which is exactly what we wanted, and the right side has our fraction 1/3. Now we're ready to remove the symbol of the square root. To do so, you will square the left side and square the right side. Squaring the left side is simple because all it does is removes the radical symbol, leaving you with x plus 1. On the right side, you actually have to multiply 1/3 by itself, which will give you 1 over 9. All you have left to do is take the plus 1 that is added to the x and move it to the other side by making it a negative 1. So your x is equal to 1 over 9 minus 1. I will go ahead and put this 1 over 1 so that I can combine it with the fraction 1 over 9. To subtract a fraction from a fraction, the denominators must be the same. To make a 1 into a 9 and the denominators to match, I will multiply the 1 on the top and on the bottom by that 9. So instead of 1 over 1, you will have 9 over 9. This means that x is equal to 1 over 9 minus 9 over 9, which is negative 8 over 9. And this fraction cannot be simplified. It is very important that you check this work, and this is what you do. We'll go back to the original problem, keeping in mind that the x that we got is equal to negative 8 over 9. So you will use that negative 8 over 9, and you will replace x in the original problem with that fraction. So here, I'm going to write the problem over, and I will replace this x with negative 8 over 9. Keep in mind that checking an equation means checking if the entire left side here is equal to the right side, which is the 5. So we have to make sure that the left side, which is what I have highlighted in green, is equal to 5. For that, I will simplify it starting from what's under the radical. Negative 8 over 9 plus 1. To do this, I will make 1 over 1 and then eventually 9 over 9. So instead of negative 8 over 9 plus 1 over 1, I will be doing negative 8 over 9 plus 9 over 9 under the radical. And this addition here will result in positive 1 over 9. The next step would be to take the square root of 1 over 9, and square root of 1 over 9 is 1/3. Now you have to do multiplication of 9 by 1/3. I will place 9 over 1, which will create 9 over 3, and 9 over 3 is just 3. So 3 plus 2 equals 5, which is actually correct. And that means our x that we found is in fact negative 8 over 9. Let's look at another example. Here is another example. Good news about this example is that the square root has nothing else on the same side of the equal sign. It's by itself, which means we don't have to perform the steps of getting it by itself. That also means that we're ready to go ahead and remove it by squaring the left side and squaring the entire right side. Squaring the left side leaves you with x plus 104. Squaring the right side requires you to multiply x plus 14 by itself. I'll carry the x plus 104 down, and I will go ahead and distribute the x and distribute the 14. Now that you distribute it on the right side, you can go ahead and combine 14x and another 14x. That will make you 28x. Once you see x squared, you should recognize that this equation is quadratic, and to solve it, you will have to factor. To be able to factor, your equation must have a 0 on one of the sides of the equal sign. So I will be creating a 0 in place of x plus 104. For that, I will take this 1x and I will subtract it. Since it's positive on the left, I will be subtracting it on the right side. And I will also take this positive 104 and I will subtract it from 196. This means that the green side now has a 0 and the right side becomes x squared plus 27x plus 92. Now to factor the right side, you have to find two numbers that multiply to positive 92 and also add to positive 27. Those numbers are 4 and 23, which means the right side factors to x plus 4, x plus 23. We will now solve this equation by setting each factor, the x plus 4 and then x plus 23, equal to 0 separately. X plus 4 equals to 0 means x is equal to negative 4, and x plus 23 equals to 0 means x is equal to negative 23, and those are your two answers. Please make sure that you check each one of these answers one at a time by plugging them back into the original problem. So here we will be checking, and here is your original problem. Each of the x's, this x here and this x here, will first be replaced with negative 4. So now on the left side you have a square root of 100, and on the right side you have a 10, because negative 4 plus 14 is 10. Is square root of 100 actually 10? Yes, it is, which means the first answer, which was negative 4, we just checked, and it works. Now we'll do the same exact work for negative 23. And here you have to ask yourself, is square root of 81 actually a negative 9? And the answer is no, because with all of the equations, you assume that all of the square roots are equal to positive numbers. So square root of 81, the expectation for it is to be equal to positive 9, and ours is a negative 9.